Okay, so this is the third randomizer tutorial run, and basically this run will be very similar to the other two. It will basically go over race settings, with the exception of Skykeep being on for demonstration purposes. And the version we're using is 1.0.4, because at the time of recording this, that is the latest version. Your version might be different, and so if there's anything that I say is outdated or anything, then I'll leave something in the comments. But if it becomes too outdated, then I'll just remake this entire series. So if this series is still up, just you can assume that this is all useful. So settings, Goddess Sword. We start with Goddess Sword, which means that we'll only need 3 sword upgrades to get to the Master Sword, and not the 5. And also certain checks are open to us from the start, i.e. the Waterfall Cave. 1 tablet. Basically how the game works from leaving Skyloft is that you should probably already know that the areas are split into three sections, Farron and Laneru, and each of them are unlocked by having a tablet, and we already have 1 tablet. It's random, so I don't know what it will be. But yeah, to open the other areas, we have to find tablets, which are also into the pool of other items. Thunderhead works very similarly to how tablets work again, except instead of having to get a specific tablet, you just have to get Ballad of the Goddess to open Thunderhead. Of course, if this setting is open, Thunderhead will just be open from the start, but it's closed. Basically, race mode means that there won't be any required or progressive items in non-required dungeons. So basically that's just to prevent us from looking in dungeons for ages and ages and ages. So Skykeep on. This is different from standard race settings, because standard race settings have Skykeep off, but we have it on for demonstration purposes of demonstrating Skykeep. 2 dungeons. We have 2 dungeons. I know what they are in advance. They are Skyview and Ancient Cistern. You normally won't know what they are in advance, and I'll go over how to check what they are. But I only know, so I make sure that I actually got those dungeons and not just repeating dungeons throughout the series. And so we'll only have to complete those 2 dungeons, and again they're random each time. So it's not just going to be Skyview and Ancient Cistern every time, but I just know those are the ones for this specific seed. Banned locations, Goddess Cubes, minigames, and Betrover 50. Yeah, again these are just so I don't look in places for ages. Goddess Cubes and minigames, they're pretty easy to look up. And a lot of those checks are fairly self-explanatory. So I don't really think they were needed to be covered in their entirety. In their entirety. Entirety? Yeah, that's how you speak English. And so yeah, we might as well get started because I can. Right. Also, I'm using a different tracker from normal. That's just because I'm just experimenting with different trackers and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna go with the standard UK land, if I can spell it right. Haha, funny patriotism or whatever. And we're about to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, or whatever. Okay. So, skipping cutscenes, that's because it's in hero mode. Although I think in Randomizer you can also skip cutscenes in normal mode. I haven't checked because I never have run. I've never done the normal mode, but yeah, skipping cutscenes is a thing you can do. We also have instant text, which is a rando change, and that's really good. Which also makes English 1.0 the fastest version because of system clip. And that's obviously the version that the rando is based off of. So this is our first kind of required check. It's Fledge. It's Din's Power. Okay. And you also saw with the hint at the bottom, we might need to go to Din's Power. Or do the Elden Trial. So this is how you check for required dungeons. Again, I know they're Skyview and Ancient Cistern. And I also know Skykeep is on, so I'm going to mark that as well. And so for the remainder of Skyview 1, I'm probably just going to do Skyview 1? I meant Skyloft 1. For the remainder of Skyloft 1, I'm just going to be doing Skyloft how you'd normally do it. I'll call out if I do anything as normal. Because, for example, I might go to Betro, because I have Graduate Crystals, whatever. Hey, Kev. Also, for those on YouTube, I'm streaming this, and I have a chat, so I can speak to chat and stuff. Okay, this is the practice sword check. This is open, at the start. Okay, the whip. Okay, whip as an item is very useful in Ancient Cistern, as it's required to beat the dungeon. It's also required to beat Skykeep, but we might be able to it is physically possible to get to skip the whip requirement if you know what you're doing with Back in Time, which we might show off if we don't get the Gust Bows. If we get the Gust Bows, I will obviously not show it off, at least in this video. So yeah, there's quite a lot of checks you can get at the start of this, so that's pretty cool. Okay, it looks like the Farron pillar is open, hence that there's the green pillar thing. Okay, this is Owlin's shield. Heart container. Okay, just more health. Okay, so after getting these 3 checks, I'm going to save the statue. I'm going to copy file 1 to file 2. This is going to create the early game file, which will be which might be required for certain back in time, which I might do. You can do this at any point in Skyview 1, but just make sure you actually do it, because early game files can be incredibly useful. Well, I'm not quite sure how useful back in time will be in this seed, because Skyview and Ancient Assistant, they're not hugely back in time dependent dungeons, but we'll see. It's always good to make one anyway, just in case. And again, just going through Skyloft 1, and yeah, so currently what I'm thinking is I might go to Farron because that's my only option right now. Although that might change if I get another tablet or anything. So I talked to Petrus just to kind of advance the text, so I'm just not waiting forever. And here's the bizarre potion lady. I don't know why that was bad text, but okay. Apparently I can't press the A button. Baby's rattle. Okay, that opens up the baby's rattle, rattle crystals, I think they're called. Yeah, and basically my philosophy for, my kind of algorithm for getting checks is I try to do as many as I can in an area. If it's a long check, like Beatrice, I'll only advance her text maybe twice instead of doing the whole thing, because that would take about a million years. And I'll do this all in the most convenient way possible. So yeah. Okay, so here's Wyra's crystals, I believe. Another Sphere 0 check. Okay, so Gold Ruby. I'm also going to sleep today because how Beatrice works is you talk to her, then you have to sleep. Then you talk to her, then you have to sleep, and you have to keep doing this. And so it becomes this kind of routing challenge of sleeping and talking in the middle of getting every other check in the game. Right, so... Okay, I'm probably going to get the baby crystals now, as I'm probably as close to the village as I could possibly be. Well, I'm close to the village now, so it's might as well. Baby crystals, again, this is only required, the only requirements for this check is the rattle. And it's in this blue house to the left, and you sleep tonight, and then you should see this guy. I guess one mistake I made is I could probably have slept here instead of slept at Wyra's house, but whatever. It's really annoying when you notice you did something wrong after you've done it. Right. Also, we have 300 rupees, so I'm probably going to buy a shield at some point. Because buying a shield is very convenient if you enter the bazaar. And shields just speed up so many more fights. Okay, so talk to him. And you have to talk to him again. And then he'll give you, the check. Bomb bag! Okay, that is, in terms of dungeons, that is not required, but it might be required for something useful, because bomb bag is definitely one of the more useful dungeons in this game. So that's not a bad find at all. Okay. So now I believe I'll go over to the cave, basically, apart from the deviation there for the rattle crystals, everything else. So, for example, if I didn't have rattle crystals, I would just go straight to the cave, because there'd be no point in doing anything else, unless, of course, for example, Elden was open, I had claw shots. Then at that point, I'd activate, say, Sparrow crystals, which you might see. But say if I had nothing, I would just go straight to crystals or cave. Yeah, words are hard. Okay, so as I go through this cave, I'll probably talk about the required items. So we need the Master Sword, which at this point, and with these settings, it's 3 sword upgrades. And I also need the Goddess Harp, in order to raise the gate time to get into the pass, because this Skyward Randomizer is all about getting to the past. Because once you're at the past, you're basically in go mode. Either way. Okay, so this is Nehru's Wisdom, but it's not important. So we will not be doing the Nehru trial. We might do the Elden trial. Because the hint said it might be something. Yeah, and for these specific dungeons, Skyview requirements are just any projectile weapon, so slingshot, claw shots, beetle, bombs would count as well in this situation. Yeah, and like for example, we might require beetle itself because it might say like the boss key might be locked behind a beetle check, but we don't know that right now. Ancient system, we need the whip, we need the water dragon scale, and I think that's it. We might need like, actually no, I think that's it actually, unless I'm dumb and I'm forgetting something. I guess we might need like bow or beetle for like maybe one check, but that's about it. Okay, so goddess sword. This is the goddess harp. Okay, well then. If this next one's ruby tablet, I'm gonna go to Elden and just see what the fuck the trial is. Is that goddess harp? Again, that is a required item that we need to get. Okay, so this is a small cliff near thing. Oh, it's just a piece of heart. Okay. Okay, so now I have the goddess harp. I'm gonna make another deviation right here. I'm gonna go get Colin's letter. Colin's letter is a check where basically you sleep tonight. You go to a creepy hand in the toilet, as I'm going to demonstrate, and then you talk to Colin, and then he'll give you what in the vanilla game is a is like his letter, but here it's just a check. And this is accessible as long as you have the harp. I'm not entirely sure why that's the specific requirement, but it just is. Well, I mean, I think it's because in vanilla, after it's the same requirement. So yeah. Also, might as well just get this Graduate Crystal. Now I need to remember that I just need to get 4 now. Okay. Actually, I'm thinking. Okay, it's fine. I was just thinking about maybe doing Graduate Crystals now or maybe later, but I'm thinking later because of Beatrice. If you didn't understand that, that's fine. I'm just muttering to, like, speaking out loud. Okay, so basically once you've done that, I'll get a Fledger's room, why not? It's probably closer. And I guess more optimal. And then sleep till morning. And yeah. And then we go talk to Colin and then we'll see what he has. Okay. Also, please don't remind me that Skykeep is required, because I swear to God I'm going to forget at some point. Okay, so Colin's letter, just keep talking to him and then he'll give you something. In this case it's rupees, so not entirely important, but okay, cool. Alright. So now we're going to go to Beatrice, talk to her. We're going to sleep in Oriel and Paro's house, then we're going to get 4 gratitude crystals for conveniency. Then we're going to go to Betrow, right? So do this. Go to Bazaar, Beatrice, and yeah, this is kind of... Again, I'd recommend kind of everyone get at least 5 graduate crystals. Unless they have like 10 or more. In that case, you just don't need it. Also, shield, I'll get a shield because I have enough rupees. It's 50 rupees. And it's not required in any way, it just makes my life much easier in terms of fights. And stuff. Alright, so Beatrice. Just keep, like... Beatrice is a very long... long quest, so just advance it, advance her text a little bit. I cannot speak today. Well, there. Okay, so now, what's your options? Yeah. So, go in here and sleep at night into Paranoia. I'm just going to get 4 crystals, so I can get up to 5. The Betrow rewards are in 5, 10, 30, 40, and 50, as far as we're concerned. There are 2 70s and 80, but we don't care about that, because they won't contain progression items. So yeah, and these 4 graduate crystals are definitely ones we want to get. And stuff. So this is in Orion Paris house. Yeah, these are like the first 4 that are the most optimal. if I wouldn't have already collected the crystals in the Link's room, I'd also get the one at the light tower, but that would bring up to 6, and I only really need 5 right now. Okay, that's another one. And also I'm doing a jump slash to skip a certain cutscene, which is just convenient. So that was Crystal on West Cliff. Right, so now we're going to get the one in between planks, and then the one in the pumpkin patch, and those are like the ones those are the 4 most optimal ones. The 5 most optimal ones would be these plus the one at the light tower, but again we already have one, so it doesn't matter. I'll try track and play at the same time, which isn't easy. Okay, so the one at pumpkin patch is right here. Again, jump slash to skip text. Should be a 5. I'm just going to double check them at 5 just so I haven't miscounted anything. Yep, 5. There's no harm in checking. I'll update the tracker in a minute, just give me a second. So, opening Betrot's house, it can only be done at night originally. Yeah. And you basically just hit this with a sword and that was dumb. Yeah, you hit the gravestone with a sword and you push it. If you don't have a sword, you can still bonk into the gravestone, that works as well. Okay. So now, betroth 5 crystals. So this is the first thing. Again, I could get more crystals, but I think because that'll just take quite a long time, and because crystals are fairly abundant in themselves as like regular checks, I'll just get 5 for now. Some people like to get more at the start, but I'm not a fan. Because again, crystals, you might just bump into them randomly and it would lose no time. That way. Okay, so I'm going to go to Beatrice's house and I'm going to talk to Peter at night. I believe this is necessary to advance text more in the... Well, not at this point, but it's required for the, at some point in the Beatrice quest, and so it's like you might as well do it now, I guess. But yeah. Okay, talking to Peter. Okay, set today, and then I'm going to talk to Beatrice again, just so I advance the text more. Because how I deal with Beatrice is that I basically sleep talk. I always want to end with talking to her, so I already know when I return to Skyloft, the first thing I do is sleep. It just makes it easier to know where I'm at in the quest, and don't just have to keep thinking, oh, have I talked to her, or did I sleep last? It just always talk being the last thing I do. So now we're going to go to the sky and we get some checks there. Because it's like more convenient. Right. So now we're going to get Paro's bottle. I think the next 2 chests we can get is Paro's bottle and Paro's bottle and the Lumpy Pumpkin Chandelier. Those are the last 2. And again, they are both Sphere 0, so you can get these right off the bat. Then, assuming these have nothing, I will go to Farron. That was weird. I think my thumb just brushed against the plus button, which can happen. So Oriel. So again, just advancing the text and stuff. Then I'm going to go fly back to Paro to get his bottle check. And it's called a Paro's bottle because in vanilla it is a bottle, but yeah, we don't know what it is, hence we're checking it. Because it could be something useful. Paro's bottle. The bow. Okay, the bow for this seed is required for Skykeep, and there's no way you can get around it. It's not like the whip where you might be able to skip it. Bow was a required item, so that's good. Also makes your life much more convenient in many places, so yeah. It's only, but in races, it's only really required for Sandship, I think. Yeah, but again, it just makes your life more convenient. Okay, so yeah, there's nothing else we can do on Skyloft, so currently I'm going to go to the sky. I'm going to, I'm looking at the tracker, not the thing. Where's the thing? Where's the lumpy pumpkin thing? There it is. So yeah, I'm going to go to the lumpy pumpkin and get the chandelier. Again, that's another Sphere Zero check. That's locked behind nothing. And then, assuming it has nothing, I'm going to go to Farron. My thought process would be, if it has Elden, if it's the Ruby tablet, for example, then I would go to Elden because the trial could be useful and I'd want that information. But it's a silver rupee, so it's nothing. And if it was the Lineru tablet, then I would probably, then I'd have to choose between Farron and Lineru, depending on how many, and like, I make that decision based on how many checks I have. Actually, even though I think this time I could probably actually, I think going to Farron would be the right call anyway, because I could, assuming Boss Key isn't in a horrible place, I could actually finish Skyview early, which would be really nice. So yeah, now with pretty much nothing else to do in the sky, we basically cleared everything we could in the sky, except for Petrus and Patrol, I think. So of course a Graduate Crystal's still up there, but we did all like the main short checks that are like Sphere Zero, I think. Like plus the baby's rattle, I think, and maybe a few others. Okay, so now it's Farron. And just get past the executive barbers. This is like fairly difficult. Just have to make sure that you time these right. Also, I've got a shield, why not? Again, shield just makes our life so much easier in fights. And I personally just like having the shield on anyway. Because it looks pretty cool. I don't like having it on in Elden because it's really kind of risky to have it on Elden, because if you jump in the lava, if you are set on fire, then that's bad. Also, Groose is here. The cutscene will start because we have the harp. And this is the Ballad of the Goddess check, which is another required check, but it's only, this cutscene only happens when you have the harp. And also key, because Groose said that. Okay. Nice. Text. Yeah, this is in the vanilla game. This is like just the harp tutorial, but yeah, this is like mandatory cutscene, and pressing up would help Link. Okay. Just playing it. You don't have to necessarily play it to the circle. You just have to play it in a like somewhat consistent rhythm that is not too fast or too slow. And so yeah. So this is the Ballad of the Goddess check. Again, it is required at some point, whether it be at the start or the end. So, Fire Shield Earrings. Those are not required in this seed. They are, well, as far as dungeons go, they're only required in Fire Sanctuary as far as dungeons go. But there might be something to say Volcano Summit, which is entirely possible. Now this is the Inside Seal Temple Chest. Lineru Tablet. That's cool. Why not? Opens up the entirety of Lineru, which we can actually do quite a lot in Lineru actually. Can't do too much, I guess, but we can do a decent amount. But again, I would probably want to clear as much of Farron as possible. I might do out of logic stuff. I probably will actually do out of logic stuff. But I'll get to that when we come to it. This is just a log push thing for like optimization, because I know I'll never take this route again intentionally, so just do that. If you're not comfortable with that strat, just push it, it's fine, doesn't matter. Okay. So now we're in Farron Woods. And also that would help. Also now, this is the start of the kick request. The kick request is useful for one check, which is the slingshot check. It's a fairly long check, so a lot of people tend to like to put it off, but I don't. So, yeah. Okay, what can we actually do? We can actually do a lot in Farron. But yeah. Right. So just talking to Fee and doing some stuff. And yeah. Not super routine gameplay right now, just stuff. So yeah, just starting the kick request by just talking to Matchy and stuff. Hey Poke. You also might notice me checking certain statues just so we can fly to them later if we need to. For example, this in the wood statue I'm going to check because you might need to fly here later. Just convenientness. Also, I didn't see what was on the harpies because I wasn't looking, but I don't know. That can be something useful. Also, if you have bombs, you can do this. This. And this is more gradual crystals. Okay, so that opens up 10. I do kind of want to be a little bit conservative with my arrows because I just know there aren't any drops, at least in Farron. Cool, you back? Okay. Sorry. I'm not amazing with names, but yeah. Oh, that was Harpies behind Boulder. So we're talking to Matchy, to kind of, again, start off the kick request. Right. Okay, so now I'm actually going to go out of logic here. I'm going to go to Lake Floria early. Because I know it will be in logic, and I'm just that type of person that likes to gamble doing things. I'm going to gamble. You know, I probably shouldn't because I don't have the scale right now, but who cares. Because currently in Lake Floria there's a total of 3 checks, one of which you can get without the scale. Also, that's the fence hop that I used to get to Lake Floria. The fence hop is, of course, not in logic, hence I'm going out of logic. But because I know I'll have to go to Lake Floria anyway, then I'm getting them now because there's a small chance that one check might be useful, but I don't know. I like to like Poke. Also check this because I might need to come here later. Yeah, my play style is like super like I'll do a lot of gambles and stuff, and also I'll try and fully clear out as much as possible. Which I guess in some ways does kind of mean there's kind of a lot of luck to do, but yeah. Okay, so rupee. Okay, that gamble didn't pay off, but it was kind of small, so it's fine. So she wanted yogurt, like, yeah. Because that's a meme, apparently. Apparently, just me wishing good luck to people has now become a meme. Fucking hell. Yeah, I'm doing a rando tutorial so that, like, people, like, trying to get into this game won't find it, like, horrible. Although I'm not, like, the best person to do this, I'm still doing it somewhat. But yeah, no. Again, just to reiterate, that was out of logic because I shouldn't have been able to get to like floor at that point because of the fence hop. Okay, I did push this log down. Okay, this log is like probably the most forgotten log ever. Like, the amount of times I and many other runners have forgotten to push this log down is staggering. So yeah, but now we'll continue the kick request. That's a nice frame perfect roll. Yeah, because I know for me, I'm trying to get into Wind Waker Rando, and I have like never played Wind Waker ever, so like I don't know where most of the things are. And so like I'm imagining people getting into Skyward, so probably having the same issue. So I'm trying to like do these tutorial runs to kind of help people and stuff. Okay. Okay, no lobster roll, that's sad. This is going to help you get in bad times in 20. I mean, I am explaining, like, kind of what my thought process is as well, so maybe. Yeah. Fun fact, in the second tutorial video, I actually did get a lobster roll, which was really funny. Still working on a consistent setup for that. Such a dumb thing to work on. Right, so yeah, lobster. Again, this is part of the kick request. There are 4 kikris in total. That we need to collect at least. Or collect, yeah, just meat, I guess. But yeah. Okay, just for routing purposes, I am going to go this way, and I'm going to do sky view because I can. I'm also going to check this statue because I will be flying here. Oh, I might be flying to this statue later. It's good to kind of get into the habit of checking statues. And I don't want to use arrows unless unless I really have to. Because, again, I've only got 18 left, and if I run out of arrows, that's really bad. So, yeah. So now I'm going to go to Skyview. Or Deep Woods, then Skyview. In Skyview, I can do everything except... I'll get the Skyview thing up, won't I? Yeah. I can do everything except the small digging spot behind 3 eyes. I think that's all I can do. Well, all I can't do. I can do everything else. So if Bosky is in those places, that's really bad. Totally not an online class. Nice. Yeah, I don't have any classes on Mondays, so I can stream on Mondays, which is pretty neat. I have a class like every other day of the week, so it's just Mondays apparently. So this is Cube Warp. Basically, yeah. So you lure that Bokoblin, and then we do a Scout Strike, and then boom. This just skips like the going round the big section and stuff. Okay, and also we can get... where's the check that I'm looking for? I'm trying to look on this chat. I'm like... Alright, that's that. Oh, okay, Deep Woods chest. That's what it's called on my tracker. Okay, noted. Yeah, that was a Deep Woods chest. Don't want it? Nah. I'll probably just fly here in the future. Also, again, I'm skipping Goddess Cubes because they're not required. Right. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with, like, Rando is that, like, you'll kind of go, oh, I should have done this and that and the other, and it's like, you just get better at this sort of thing. You get better at making decisions. Although past experiences can be a bad habit, like, if you think that, like, oh, I should have done this, so I'll do this every other time, then that can be quite bad, but either way. Oh, I have bombs, right? So, epic gamer strat. Also, you die. Like, epic gamer strat, right? Watch this. Was that there? No, it wasn't. Okay. I should still be in the range, right? No, okay. Well, epic big brain strat, we're going to time this, right? Yeah. Boom. Okay. That's, if you have bombs. If you don't have bombs, just don't do that. Simple. Okay, and again, I'll try and conserve as many arrows as possible because there will not be arrows in this dungeon at all. And this is basically the fastest way of doing the dungeon with the items I have. And yeah. Hey. Yeah, sure. Why not? Alright. You know, do Skyview fast. Okay, well, in Siege with Skyview, you'll have an advantage, which is nice. Okay, oh, missed that. That was great. Yep, so now I have to go all the way back to here and do stuff. There are, like, spider rolls you can do, but I just don't go for them. Not needed. They're like the, I guess, swag points, but, yeah. Yeah. Also, if you have pro gamer strat, if you have claw shots here, you can skip raising the water just because of how powerful claw shots are. This is map chest, right? And again, we're hoping for boss keys somewhere soon. Small key? I'll take it. I'll take small key. Why not? Okay, I'm pretty sure I need to use... I'm like debating, should I use both of things? Because again, I'm trying to be very conservative with my ammo. Because I have very limited ammo. But yeah, there are 2 small keys in Skyview. So you, yeah, so the chests in Skyview are guaranteed to be. There's 1 dungeon map. There's 2 small keys. Nice. Sure. And actually do the thing. Yeah. Okay, so coming up is a check that we can't get, so we're hoping to God that there's boss keys in here. It's this digging spot right here. If we had digments, we'd go for that, but we don't, so I physically can't. So I'm hoping that boss key is not in that chest, because that would then have a dependency for the digments, which is not what we want. Okay. Ah, fuck. None fuck, as it's called. This is not what I wanted. My guy, you ruined my day. Boy! Whatever. Any maps on hard containers? Yeah, that could be a thing. For some reason, the map can be on hard containers, which is actually quite funny, because you get to see all the checks in the boss room. Which, you know, is great. Okay, maybe pro gamer strat, right? Boom. Speedy way to kill that guy. That was completely irrational because I'm using more ammo, but okay. Okay, so this is behind 2 eyes because it's behind 2 eyes. Fairly self-explanatory. And again, hoping for boss key somewhere. Okay, harpies, not bad. Harpies and hard containers are like more health, which isn't bad in the slightest because, you know, like horde can be quite difficult, so the more health the better, I guess. Okay. So I still don't know what that previous piece was. What that ding's fault was. Items doesn't use ammo. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I have to ammo here. I have 10 left, so I should probably be way more careful. Okay. So the last 3 checks we can do here is beetle check, and can we do the one behind bars? I thought you could because, you know, whip and stuff, because you can whip things in rando, I think. I'll try at least, but yeah. Alright, so this is Stealth fight, and yeah, he's dead. Pretty easy. And this is the beetle check, because in the vanilla it's the beetle, but here it's... I have no idea. If it is the beetle, that would be very convenient, because then we can do the behind 3 eyes, and we can basically fully clear Skyview. But here it is... boss key. Thank you. That is very helpful, because now we can definitely finish Skyview. Logically, we still need a second key, but I know I can definitely do it anyway. Because I might... Well, I probably will do glitches, actually. I just do want to check what's behind here. I also just want to test. Can I actually get this? Also, die, guys. Okay, dungeon map. You know, fuck the dungeon map, but just... Okay. Okay, no, you can get that. Okay, this track is weird. It's developed by CJ. CJ fixed this or whatever, I don't know. Although whip might not be an in-logic way of getting it, I don't know. Okay, so we know that the second small key is in 2 checks that we can't get to. That's no problem, because we are going to do a bit warp, which will basically teleport us to the end of the dungeon, or at least teleport us to the center room, but everything will be unloaded, so we can complete the dungeon. You'll see what I mean in a minute. But yeah. If there is indeed something, for example, if there's like the Stone of Trials in the ding spot, then we'll definitely have to come back here, which would really be painful, but whatever. So, back in time stuff, we're going to save here, and then we're going to die to this keys, and then we're going to activate back in time. Yeah, sadly we have a lot of health, so actually no, I can just use bombs. Bombs are better than keys. I'm so used to like, because in like vanilla speedruns you wouldn't have the bombs at this point, so you die at the keys, but now we can just use bombs. Much more convenient. Okay, so now continue and reset. I think I pressed the reset button, I might have just not. We'll see. I did. Okay, cool. Game was being done. Yeah, you can use the home menu, but as I'm on console, it's faster to press the reset button. Okay, so one of the reasons why we made an early game file is so we can do this. We can bonk into this tree, and the academy gates will be open because bit magic. And if you're wondering how that works, well, it's magic. No one knows. Okay, that's a joke. People obviously know how it works. But yeah. Alright, so now how this is going to work? I'm going to save the statue and start file at the exact same time. That will save the coordinates of the first file onto it. So basically, we spawn right here. And because we are saved at the first statue, this place is completely unloaded. So this bar is in here, and we can just go straight through. And we do still need to reload this. And we'll do that basically just by walking in and out of this. Yeah, Flo, it's magic. I know, right? It's insane. People think, yeah, people think I know, but really it's magic. Okay, kill this guy. Again, shield just makes your life so much easier. Also, harp, why not? Okay. Yeah, so there's 2 more checks we can get. Okay, also there's a spider, which you would naturally need. Oh, we can get past it normally, but doing the jump is far quicker. Nope. Can I? I could probably do that. I don't know. Thanks for the luck, Flo. Yeah, the seed, it's too early to call for the seed if this is good or bad. I don't know. Okay. So I'll check in the remainder 2 things just in case they are something important. And this is near boss door. Hard piece. So yeah, more health. How much ammo do I have for my bow? Because if I have enough ammo, I might open that gate up for conveniency later. If, oh, actually no, that wouldn't matter because I don't think we'll ever have to come back here again. If at least I do finish Skyward, which I'm fairly certain I will. My first, what am I, yeah, sure. I'll do this. Yeah. That's like bow, slingshot, or beetle can do that, I think. Or, not bombs. At least not the second one. My first seeding race is the 6th. So this Saturday. The next one is the 7th, and I might do the one in the, on the 14th. Depends. Like boss key. This is a blue rupee, so it's not useful whatsoever. Epic gamer stress. This is vines. Vines are hard. Yes. Okay, good. So now we enter. Yeah. The reasons why I picked those dates for the seeding race is just because they were the most convenient times for me. Like, I don't know. Just for me, it's like the earlier the better. Because I mean, hell no, I'm not doing one at like 1 AM. Okay. But yeah, so now with all that, we go ahead and beat Girahim. Optimally, you'd have a really good sword at Girahim because he's not hit-based, he is damage-based. So the worse sword you have, the longer this fight takes. And so first phase is pretty explanatory. You just hold you in one direction, the other one, you just spin attack, stab, repeat. It's really simple. Second phase is a bit more complex. He does 3 moves, darts, stashes at you, or he might, what's the other one? He like holds up his sword. You don't want him to build up darts because that takes a while. It's like a very slow phase and does like no damage to him. So optionally you get no darts, but that's like quite rare. No darts, nice. Yeah, like I think the thing that like the one with noon UTC is that a lot of people won't do it because I know a lot of well, first of all, a lot of NA people just won't be able to make it because it'll be at like 7 in the morning or like 5 in the morning for them. And a lot of EU people don't like to do it at noon or something. Well, I don't know. That was really good Girahim 1. Yeah, that's what the fight's meant to look like if everything is optimal with Goddess Sword. So this is the heart container. Residue crystals, that's pretty cool, I guess. Yeah. One thing about the heart container is that the model is always going to be a heart container, but you don't actually know what it is until you have it. Evidented by the fact that the model did not look like a gratitude crystal. Okay, so now we finish Skyview. For people who have goddess cubes on, one thing to note, there is a goddess cube behind here, and please get that, because if you don't, you will have to go through the entire dungeon again just to get here. It's really annoying. So Ruby Tablet, and you'll notice that Skyview is crossed off, because we've done it. We might have to return it if there's something in small key digging spot or 3 eyes. I know in at least one of those checks is a small key, but the other one could be anything. Gold rupee, cool. Okay, so we still need stuff for Ancient Citizen, stuff for Skykeep, and Sword Upgrades. Also, Magi, because why not? So anyway, back to Farron. Okay. Do I fly? Nah, I'll just walk. It's like not a very long distance, so normally walking is faster, I think. He says. Either way, they'll be like just seconds between each other, so it won't matter too much. I think flying on paper seems faster, but it's all those loading zones which just eat up the time. In comparison, just walking. Okay, so update on how much shit we need. We still need the Stone of Trials, we need 3 sword upgrades, we need the scale, we still need the claw shots, and we might need the gust bellows, and I believe that's it. And yeah, that's all we need. Okay, so now I'm going to continue the kick request and get checks around doing the kick request, so I'm not just entirely doing one long check, I'm doing like multiple at a time. These vines are another example of having claw shots being OP, because you can just like claw shot to the end. Okay, so if you have Goddess Sword or higher, you can just cut this grass in a very specific way, which makes life so much easier. And boom, it's because if you don't do that, the kick will move around. It's really fucking annoying. Okay. So if you have bombs, you can get this, similar to the first check. This is a chest, so you actually have to open it. Not just look at it. Okay. Part of the Song of the Hero. I haven't actually explained songs. So basically, right, songs. So each song leads to a trial, hence like the Din's Power that led to a trial. Like Din's Power and Harp, so now we can basically open a trial with that. And all of them all of them will lead to trials, except Ballad of the Goddess, that will lead to the Thunderhead, as I discussed right at the beginning. As that's like the required thing for Thunderhead. And again, the Song of the Hero comes in parts. It's the only song that has 3 parts. All the others you get at once. So, yeah. And that was Ball Rock Behind Erla. That one that had Song of the Hero in it. Okay. So I'm gonna see what this is. Because I didn't see what this is initially. This looks to be claw shots. That is incredibly useful. And with that, we can get the thing in the Great Tree. Yeah, claw shots are required for Skykeep, and they're like the most useful item in like the entirety of the randomizer, because it opens up so much. Oh well, that was great. Alright, and so now we have claw shots. We can actually get this check. Convenient. Yeah, claw shots just lying around. Surprised no one has stolen that. Like, could you imagine if like one of the kid creatures stolen? That would have been mayhem or like whatever the fuck. Alright, so. Now this is Great Tree. In race settings, you only need the Great Tree for one check. And getting this check, I think... Don't kill me. Fuck you. Please, please don't. Die. Die, 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 die. That fight is horrible with the regular Goddess Sword. If you had like Master Sword or whatever, it would be much easier. On the 7th of February was noon. Why did I say December? That's like next year or whatever. Or like at the end of the year. Yeah, 7th of February is the one at noon. Okay. So that had silver rupee, so it wasn't exactly worth it, but who cares? What was I gonna do? Fuck. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, what was I gonna do? Yeah. So continue the slingshot thing. Yeah. Yeah, so to get to that chest, you need either... Well, you obviously need access to the Farron region. You also need claw shots or scale and gust bellows. For it to be in... yeah, just get it, I think, actually. Okay, so this is a slingshot check, which had a key piece, which is entirely fucking useless. Okay, so that's everything in Farron that we can get right now. And stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to return to the sky, and what am I doing at the sky? Very good question. What can I do? I can do Betrow 10. I can do Zelda's Heart Piece. I can do more Beatrice. Not exactly something I'd want to do, but fuck it. Okay. Ah, fuck, what am I doing? Okay. Okay, so... I always like to do Betrow last, so I'll start at the complete opposite end, i.e. the Academy, and work my way towards... Betrow. Again, this is just so in case if I get graduate crystals. Am I on 10 or 15? I swear I'm sure I'm on 15, but I marked it as 10. I'll check. No harm in checking. It takes like 5 seconds. Although, remember, yeah, 15. I thought I mistracked that, but I did. Yeah, amazing tracking skills. Let's go. Alright, so Zelda's Heart Piece. This is blocked behind claw shots, but that's about it. I'm assuming, like, if you get like claw shots off ledge, you can get this instantly. Alright, so this is where Zelda's Heart Piece is, there. But, okay, now Thunderhead, fuck. Okay, also I'm going to sleep today to advance Beatrice, because Beatrice is annoying. Yeah, again, I always sleep, but I always talk to her at the end, so, or at least talking to her is the last thing I do in terms of Beatrice, so I always make sure that, or just so I know that I always have to sleep first. Okay. Oh, whilst I'm here. Actually, that is a somewhat fitting placement, right? Yeah. Okay, so now I'm trying this guy to activate Owlin Crystals. Owlin Crystals is a check in is like a scrapper quest in Farron, and it's only accessible after you've got the slingshot check. So we have got the slingshot check, so now we can activate this, and yeah. UK land, you said, yeah. What else can we do? Okay, so I'll go to Beatrice to advance the text. I've done the Owlin Crystal stuff. I think all I can do right now is Beatrice and Betrow 10. So that's all I will do, basically. And also with Beatrice, again, I always like to sleep talk. So this is the first time I talk to her, then I'll... where am I going to sleep? I don't know. I think. Well, that audio's done. Nice, I talked to her. I'll go to Betrow. You can go to Betrow. Once you've opened the shed, you can go to Betrow at any point in the day. It doesn't have to be night specifically. But yeah. I'm just trying to think. I'll sleep in Peaches' house on the way back. That seems like the most convenient place to do it, I guess. Okay. Then after that, I'm going to go to Lanayru. Because although I can get the one check with the one Alvin crystals in Farron, odds are there's much more stuff in Lanayru, so it just makes more sense. Oh, I'll go to Thunderhead first, because I remember that's a thing. Because of the Battle of the Goddess. Okay, 10 crystals. More Song of the Hero. Great. Fuck, okay. Okay, so... Now so I'll sleep, I'll talk to Petrus again, and then I'll make my way to Thunderhead and then Lanayru. Unless things change, which I'll say if they do. But yeah, this seed has been fairly streamlined so far. The only point, I guess, where it wouldn't be is if someone, for example, got the Lanayru tablet and then, like, left early for Lanayru, which is, in my opinion, a really weird call to make, but I'm not here to judge. Right. So, sleep in this house, talk to Petrus one more time, then go to Thunderhead, then Lanayru. And just a warning, which is like enough. Okay. So now, yeah, Thunderhead, then, yeah. Again, fairly linear stuff, but it do be, yeah, it do be like that or whatever. Okay, so Thunderhead, I can do 2 checks right now. I can do East Island Chest, and I can do Farrell's Courage. The rest, I have to be careful of tornadoes, because I don't have Spiral Charge and I can't wreck through them, and this is the rough technique I use to avoid tornadoes. Which always works! Then there's like the clip of it not working, yeah. Yeah, so there's 5 checks in total as far as like race settings are concerned. East Island Chest, Feroz Courage, Nehru's Wisdom, Din's Power, and Levias. Nehru's Wisdom and Din's Power are required if you have if you have the long sword, you can get Nehru's Wisdom. If you have the white sword, you can get Din's Power. And if you have Spiral Charge, you can get Levias. So this is the East Island Chest, this is accessible, and the sword. Okay, so because we've got the sword, we can now get Nehru's Wisdom as well. Nice. So yeah, neat. Yeah, so it's kind of a weird check system where it's like dependent on like what sword you have, but I mean I think it's nice. Like I don't see a problem with it. I'm just pointing it out. Alright, so this puzzle is the same each time. It's like, yeah, it's not too hard of a puzzle. Just don't mess up the end and you're good. Like here, if you pushed one too far, you are, what the experts would say, fucked. Right. There's a frame perfect cutscene skip there, which I didn't get because it's frame perfect and like no one times it because it's like only worth 4 seconds. But yeah. It's like a bonus thing you can get, so yeah. 2 out of 3 checks unlocked. For that third one, I need to upgrade my sword a little bit more. But yeah. So first chest is Harpies. That's not useful. I mean, it's useful for health, but that's about it. Next one. Keepies. That is not useful at all. Yeah, like in races, it's not even useful for if Earth Temple is required, because you just do it. Everyone just does it back in time to skip the key pieces. Okay, so now I believe we are going to go to Lanayru. And there's There's a lot we can do in the area. We can pretty much fully clear it, with the exception of like a few checks that require hook beetle. So we might stay in Elden for in Lanayru for quite a while, actually. Okay. Just before I go, I will talk to Dodo the Clown, because is very likely that I'll be finishing that scrapper quest whilst I'm in Lanayru. And that scrapper quest is basically just the party wheel, which requires bombs to get to. And I have bombs, so yeah. And again, all we're looking for right now is okay. Okay. Yeah, we're looking for Stoner Trials. Where? So Stoner Trials, Sword Upgrades, Scale. I think that's it. And maybe Gust Bellows. Okay, so now we have entered Lanayru, which is a surprise to no one, as we are in Lanayru. Okay, also just like to check the statue just in case. So, the first check is actually behind the first landing. This requires claw shots. A lot of things in Lanayru do require claw shots. And as Lanayru is like the most populated area in terms of checks, claw shots are like really OP in rando. Okay. So chest behind first landing. Puppies. Cool. Again, more health, I guess. And now we're going to continue the mines, because we can do everything in mines, logically. But yeah. Okay, nice. That pushed all the way. Good work. Nope. Why didn't you get wrecked? Anyway. So yeah, hit this time shift zone. There is also one check around here, which only requires Amber Tap. Like, you can get this check as soon as you have access to an area. It doesn't require any additional items. So first time shift stone, this one. Slingshot. Slingshot's probably the besides the bug net, it's probably the useless B-wheel item thing. But it does have some convenience in it, but it's just not required for anything that's like, it's not really required for any. It can be required for some checks, but it doesn't. In terms of like dungeon specific, it's not required. Like any of the dungeons. Okay, so now we venture on into now. Everything else, the additional 2 checks in the mines require either bombs or hook beetle, at least in logic. And as we have bombs, well, that's completely fine by us. Also, nice jump, nice jump. Right, so also brake sliding, he says. There we go. Yeah, so the first one is behind, not this statue, but the next one. behind this statue. Okay, this is, yeah, behind statue. And this is the heart piece. My piece of heart, as the game likes to call it. Yeah, more break slides are basically things that is like considered a glitch in rando and thus not in logic. But it speeds up sand movement, and so if you have the skill down, it's like not too hard, and it's just more convenient. For example, we can just bypass all this with like this one break slide. Yeah, and it's quite hard because the ESS on a nunchuck is not the most cooperative thing in the world. Like holding ESS is not easy. Oh, nice, I hit. Sniped! Yeah. Because we have shield that doesn't pose a problem to us. So this is End of Mines. Again, it requires Amber Tablet and Bomb Bag or Hope Beetle. And it required a Beetle, which means that if needed, we can get the third eye chest in Skyview, but I'd rather not have to backtrack to Skyview. That would be good. Okay, so now we get into the rest of the note. Because we have both claw shots and bombs, we can do basically everything in Lanayru minus like 3 things. And in Sandsea, we can do everything minus 1. We can virtually fully clear Lanayru. Push the eye chest be Hook Beetle, oh god. Yeah. Yeah. Conveniently, Hook Beetle won't be required. It would be required if we had like LMF, and it might be like, and logically it's also required for Fire Sanctuary, but it's not required for Skyview or Ancient System, so we're fine. Okay, so basically the point of talking to Dodo before coming here was basically so we can pick up this party wheel, and so when we leave Lanayru, we can go talk to him. Lanayru is quite a big region, and you can like lose a lot of time in here, especially if like there's like nothing good in Lanayru, which would kind of suck. But I just like to clear out things because, for example, if there is something in Lanayru and you skip it, that is not good because that loses a lot of time, at least compared to skipping it basically, or compared to doing it and there being nothing. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so this is chest near party wheel. Key piece. Are we gonna get a fully? Are we gonna get all 5 key pieces here? We've already got 3. It's kind of hard to see on the tracker. Well, I couldn't even tell that there'll be 3, but it says there. Yeah. Because for some reason it's black on black because I use like dark mode for the tracker. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can't really see the 3 very well at all. Well, it might be different on your guys' screen. Okay, so this is chest before Hope Beetle. Okay, Ruby Tablet. Okay, so that opens up Elden, which means that I will probably do the trial, considering that the hint was useful. And that was a great throw. I know, just a round of applause for that throw. I know. Okay. That's better. There we go. So yeah, pretty much all of these, everything in this kind of general area in the Navy requires either bombs or Hope Beetle. So, like, that's logically. Okay, and this is the optimal way of doing this fight if you have bombs at least. Also just jump splash, so this cutscene starts right away, and again just more conveniency. But yeah, if you have bombs, I'd recommend doing the fight like that because it's just more convenient. And it's really annoying when that guy steps out of his cage, so you can't really throw a bomb on him. So this is the Hook Beetle chest. Hook Beetle check. There. Can't speak. Got his plume, so not that useful in the slightest. Okay, don't need to do break slides because that's only required if I didn't have claw shots. And again, break slides are out of logic, so. Nice, of core shots. We can just go here. Okay. So now this part in Lanayru, everything else I'm going to collect logically requires either Hook Beetle or core shots, and so we are still in logic right now. So yeah. Might as well get the seeds. More ammo the better, I guess. Oh god, god. Nice. Okay. So the first thing we can do right upon entering is the shortcut chest. If we had bombs, which we do, we can also do 2 other checks here. And if we had Hook Beetle, we could completely fully clear this room, but we can't, so. Some more brake sliding, because it's the fastest way of getting across it. Brake slides are not required to get past it, this is just the fastest way of doing so. As you can see, brake sliding is incredibly a useful asset if you know what you're doing in an area. It makes you much more quicker and efficient. So this is fire node shortcut chest, which is just a bottle. We just open up something. Please track it correctly, thank you. Oh, nice. Yeah, and so because we don't have the Hook Beetle, we can't get the 2 chests right at the end, but we can get the middle and beginning chests. So this first one is the middle one because it's in the middle of the room, which is a red rupee, which I believe is vanilla, or I don't know what these are normally. Okay, please, yep, okay. Beginning of fire node, which is a heart medal, so I believe more health, I think. Or just hearts will spawn. I don't know. I don't know how medals work. I don't run hundo. I run no bit any percent, and that's about it. And obviously the randomizer. But yeah. Okay. Also, I am going to check the statue because we might have to. Say, for example, if we do get Hook Beetle in the future, we might go back here. Okay, so. This next thing requires core shots, right up here. Yep. That's platform near fire node. Not prepared, yeah. Nah, I know what I'm doing so far. He says. I pulled out the slingshot, but I was going to do the bow action as if I had the bow. That was weird. I was about to do like the C and back as if I had like the bow, which is fine. Okay. Almost ran into that guy, which would have been bad. Okay, this is the Northeast Desert chest. This requires bombs and also ability to even get here. Sword, okay. So now we are 1 sword away. So technically we just need the... nice. Nice. We might just need Stone Trowels and the scale. Fuck. Fuck. Yep, nice. Fuck. Okay. We are not going to do the Lanayru trial because the hint said that we don't need to. We might do the Elden trial though. I don't know why I expected there to be a cutscene there. But yeah. So this is the lightning node right here. Has like, we can fully clear the lightning node because this doesn't have a hook view requirement on it. Some more brick siding because why not? Ah, went too far. Ah, that didn't work apparently. What am I doing? Just die, please, thank you. Okay. Ah, okay. Ah, fuck, okay. if he ever like gets armed like this, just wait, shield bash if you have a shield, and then just take him out. It's much safer and easier than just like debating where he's gonna go or choosing it. Yeah. Right. Nice. Right, I'll activate this just in case because we might have to get the on top of linear mining facility check, which isn't actually part of the LMF kind of checks, but it's on LMF. So even though we have race mode activated and LMF isn't a required dungeon, we might still need that check. Alright, so epic gamer strats. That was great. Oh my god, come on. There we go. Hitting that requires either bombs, hook beetle, or just bombs beetle actually. Bombs, regular beetle, or bow. And bow is the most convenient way to do it. So this is end of lightning node, which is more gradual crystals. Not what we wanted, but okay, cool. And yeah. And because you have beetle, we can just fly out here. And please stop killing yourself. And please, oh my god. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, well, that was fun. See, that's like motion controls being bad. I mean, they sometimes are, but then there's like the whole skill and like, because I mean, a lot of people shit on the motion controls. They are not that bad if you know what to do to correct for them. Although you will still occasionally see instances like that, although it's like fairly rare. It is still a thing. Okay, this is middle of the lightning node. Another bottle. The game really wants us to get bottles apparently. Okay. This is beginning of lightning node, which is okay. Song of the Hero, and that might include something, so we'll definitely bring the Skylove trial. Let me guess, it's Farrell's courage which leads to nothing. Seeding race 2, that was very fun. That was very fun to watch. Because in the second seeding race of the first tournament, basically, right, we had Song of the Hero, and it could have been, it said, like, the hint said it was useful, but it just led to Din's power, which led to nothing. Also, that's core shot check, which again requires core shots and ability to come here. Yeah, I always want to check this statue as well, because it's useful. And blow it up again, just in case I might have to go to top LMF. So there's okay. So there's one more thing we can get here. That's worth our time. Which is the Sand Oasis chest. Then we'll be on our way to Sandsea, I believe. Wooden shield. I already have that. Okay. So my thought process right now is if I had the scale, I would probably not do Sandsea and do Farron, so I could do the dungeon. Actually, I'll check this. Probably will never be useful again, but why not? But yeah, because I think that fully clearing a required dungeon is like probably worth not doing an area, but because like I can't even get into Ancient System, I might as well just go into Sandsea, which might be a loss because there might be nothing in here. But at least I wouldn't be debating whether I should come here again later. Right. So 2 checks here. One of these is the caves check, caves key. That's what it's called. It's just a vanilla key here. And yeah. Guess now what's in the chest? Another bottle. Again. Oh, okay, well, that's great. Oh, nice, we got the thing. That's pretty hard to do, but yeah. Alright, cheers, Zeldex, yeah. Hopefully these tutorials are at least somewhat useful to some people. Okay. And going to Sandsea does require claw shots. If you don't have claw shots, you can't go to Sandsea. Yeah. And there are 6 out of the 7 checks we can get, or 6 out of like the 7. So there's of course more checks in Sandsea, but as far as the race things are concerned, we just need like these 7. Well, yeah, just these 7. And out of those, I can get 6 of them. I can get all of them except in Skipper's Shack, which requires Gust Bellows. And Gust Bellows is logically required for Skykeep, but we might be able to skip that. if we know what we're doing with back in time. And I think I know what I'm doing with back in time, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so on the Sansi, so we're gonna go to Skipper's Retreat because that's where something useful is. That's where like three of the checks we can get. So yeah, it's nice how the checks are kind of divided between Sansi and Stronghold. For the most part, the ones at the Stronghold you can get pretty much instantly as you get to Sansi, but the ones in Skipper's Retreat, most of them require certain items. For example, I'll have, yeah, like with the, just for getting anything in Skipper's Retreat, you need either, for example, whip, bombs, hope beetle. Then you will definitely need the whip for the remaining checks, and then for the Skipper's shack, you need Gust Bellows. So quite a lot of layers of like items, at least compared to Stronghold. So yeah, and this is like kind of the whip bomb hope beetle requirement, but as we have bombs, it's just a faster way of going around things. Also, that's fairly scary, but we're good. Also, I removed my shield because like they're like these I think they're called phoenixes. I can't remember what they're called, but I'm pretty sure they're called phoenixes. Yeah, but, like these fiery dudes can really like mess apart your shield if you're not careful. And because it's wood, it will burn pretty much instantly. Alright, just do that. And then this is the after Moblin check, and it's just a rupee, so not the most useful thing in the world. Yeah, and if you don't have whip, that's the only thing you can get here. All other checks require the whip. Come on, dude. There we go. Also, please, yeah, there we go. And yeah, that one P hat I think is the reason why. Apparently you can do back in time to skip, like to do P hat skip, but I'm not quite sure how that works, so I will definitely look into that, but yeah. Oh my god, bro. Alright, so yeah, this is a strat you can do with the core shots. I think logically you need either, what is it logically you need? Yeah, logically you need like bow or beetle. I believe slingshot as well, I can't remember. Master sword, okay, nice. So that claw shot strat is I think out of logic, but yeah. Oh yeah, P-hat RBM as well, yeah. But I don't know what that is specifically, so I'll look into that. Nope, okay, this is bad. Sometimes you can get really good with these, like really good cycles here, sometimes you can't. So yeah, that check that had muscle, that was near shack. Nice, okay. Also, nice. Nice. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I have to wait a while. If we had Guspers, we'd go into the shack here and get the one check, but we don't, so we're just gonna press onwards with the skydive check. Right. Right, Dignity's okay. So maybe something is in Skyview, which would suck. Also, a question for chat if anyone notices, is the dig spot in Skyview, is that only logically in if you have the scale? Yeah, just check that statue so that I can, because I might return it later, for example, if I get Gust Bellows. And we'll get the 3 checks in Stronghold. Yes, okay, good to know. Yeah. I'm fairly certain that I'd go to Elden next, considering I can virtually I can basically fully clear Elden with the exception of like one check in Volcano Summit. Yeah, so you see the shipyard on the left. That in Rando has one minigame, and minigames are turned off, so we won't need to go there. And these three checks you can always get just as soon as entering the Sand Sea. Like these, unlike Skipper's Retreat, these don't require any additional items to get. Not doing minigames, yeah. I actually kind of like minigames, but I understand why they're turned off for, like, for example, race settings. And if anyone's wondering, yes, I will make like a fourth video, like outlining all of like the checks I missed, including Goddess Cubes and minigames. And that'd be like a kind of a commentated video on like just me doing checks. Because I did want at least to cover all the checks. Okay, so Pirate Stronghold, this is just movement stuff. Like you'll know when I see it, like because like all the three checks here are fairly like visible. None are like that well hidden. In terms of a mini dungeon, I do kind of like it. You know, it's like pretty sick time shift stuff. Okay, also, I don't know about you guys, but it's like I always seem to be looking for the Stone of Trials, like, all the time, in like, every rando sea that includes Skykeep. I don't know why. So, first stronghold check, chest thing. I never know if to use the word check or chest, so I always use, like, the mixture of both, or just stutter. Alright, so these platforms are fairly difficult to do, well, but I nailed it. Of course, you can get that without the whip. It's just faster to do that with the whip if you have it. Yeah, so that's the first check out of 3. This is the second out of 3 coming up. And yeah, just run because break sliding isn't worth it. Second chest in Stronghold is Red Rupee. Okay, so there was one sword, but the exception of that, the entirety of Sand Sea might be empty. Although I can't say for certain. I mean, I guess a sword is still very useful. Depending on where the other sword is. Like, we might get TMS here, so... don't know. So one more check. If you had like Goddess Cubes on, you would obviously want to like do the entirety of Stronghold so you can get that, but this is just all you need to do. More Graduate Crystals. Yay, okay. So that's everything we can do in Lanayru. So now I have to figure out what the fuck I'm doing at the sky. I'll get single Graduate Crystals because I am 5 away from 2 Retro rewards. I can get Oriel and Paro's crystals. I can do the Skyloft trial as well. Fuck. I'll activate Sparrow's crystals as well. Okay. Alright, I'll put my shield back on. Because it looks fucking dope. Okay. And again, okay, so now we're literally looking for Scale and Stoner Trials. Then we're good. Then we are set. Scale for Angel Assistant and Stoner Trials to activate Skykeep. And we're only like an hour and a half in, so this is not that bad. Oh yeah, okay. So first, I'm going to deliver the party wheel to Dodo for Dodo crystals, which is very useful. Now we're passing. Bollock. Okay. Here's your wheel thing. Bzz. I like whatever robots noise make. Whatever noise robots make. Or whatever. I can't speak. Alright, so Dodo crystals, what does he have? More grad crystals. Okay, so we won't be collecting any single crystals. Unless we have to. Unless we... I guess even to get 35, then I'll make that decision later. But for now, because we have bottle and pouch, we're going to finish the Oriel side... Oriel and Paro side quest, which is pretty cool. Also, I never know where the bottle is because it keeps like rotating depending when I get it per seed, so I have to like look for it. So, this only is like locked behind adventure pouch and bottle. So once you have that, you just get mushroom spores from there. Take that back to Oriel, and then boom. Nice, this is Oriel crystals. Okay, Hook Beetle. Okay, so now we can do more shit in Lanayru if we have to. Cool, I guess. Although I'll probably go to Eldin, maybe, because of that like trial. It's like I'm really curious to what that was. It could be something useless, but if, for example, in a race setting, if it was useful, you'd like a lot of people would go there first, and so they would get an advantage. So yeah. I will also do the Skyward trial pretty much right now. But first, talk to Paro to get Paro crystals. More graduate crystals. Okay. And now we do the trial, which could be the scale, could be Stone Trials, but it also could just be some like fucking grad crystals or whatever. Even though they would still be, even though they would actually be useful. But yeah. Also, we get to do a trial in like these tutorial runs, which I don't think we've done over the course of the 3 videos. We'll do at least 2. We might do the 3rd one, depending if it's useful. So hop cancel is a thing which I might do. Yeah, you press during the last drum. If you press B on a very specific frame, you basically skip the cutscene. It's fairly precise. It's like yeah, it's just precise. So I wouldn't recommend going for it unless you absolutely know what you're doing. Right, Spirit Vessels. For those who don't know, trials like work very similarly to how like Twilight Realms worked in Twilight Princess, except this is like much better, in my opinion at least. Yeah, I should be showing the optimal way of getting all the tiers in every Silent Realm. Also, as I'm only gonna think about doing 2, I'm gonna make a conscious effort to avoid light fruits, to avoid their cutscene. Well, I don't know how much time they lose upon getting like the cutscene. Yeah, this should be the optimal way of doing the trial. So 3 pushes and then go up, and you're good. down. Just missed that. Okay, this next part might seem quite scary, but if you keep moving and don't run out of stamina, you should be fine here. Yeah, and like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do just like a bit of like optimal stuff. So I'm gonna try and clip into here, like that. It's fairly lenient, but it does require some concentration and stuff. But yeah. Right, so there's one more thing left, and then we're good. Right, this is like a really good trial. Like, this is probably one of my fastest trials ever, to be honest. But yeah, and so now we get the Stoner Trials check, which might be vanilla, might not be. We shall see if it's useful or not. It's fucking vanilla. Okay, so this was required. And yeah, vanilla, nice. Okay. Oh, now I have to actually... Oh, what am I doing now? Fuck. Fuck. Okay. I'll sleep, then I'll talk to Petrus, and I'll probably actually do the entirety of the Petrus quest because I think I've advanced the text enough to do that. So I'll probably do Petrus. Then it looks like I'll activate Sparrowt. Well, I'll activate the Sparrowt quest. Then I think I'll get the Betroth 30 rewards, or I might get 40. Should I get? I mean, I guess I can get the single crystals. That won't be too much of a sacrifice to get like Betroth 40. So I'll do that. Yeah. So all we need now is the scale, then we should be in go mode, assuming I know how to do back in time correctly. Yeah, okay. So the text is, what's it called? Advanced to a point where just by sleeping and talking, not much would happen. So now we actually have to do some stuff. At this point, I just tend to do the quest normally, because at this point, it's kind of hard to route in. Because you can't just like sleep anywhere and just like it's just not as lenient route wise, and it's also not that much longer. So I just do it now anyway because I can. Okay, so basically the rest of this goes: you sleep tonight in Peter's house, or just in a house. Then talk to Peter. Then go back. Then sleep today. Talk to Petrus again. Then sleep tonight. Then talk to Petrus in her house. Which is really annoying, but it do be like that. Again, if you do all this quickly, it's not as bad as it could be. Yep, so sleep till morning, and then, yeah. Now we talk to Petrus in the sun, now we talk to her in her house, and then she'll give us stuff. So as it's night, I might as well get some graduate crystals as well. I'm just deciding which ones I should get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, this is Petrus. And Petrus had... Fucking repeat, of course. Okay, so Petrus was not required. Which is good if you forgot Petrus, but it's not good if you did it. Okay, yeah, I'm just deciding which single graduate crystals I should get. I get the one at the light tower, which is one of the first optimal 5, but I didn't get because I just got the one in Link's room instead, as that was more convenient. Right, so that's one. Woman. Okay, I'll go to the sparring call and get the 3 I can get there. And I can get the one at the plants in the academy, which is locked behind nothing. The one in Zelda's room, which is locked behind. I'll get that one. Yeah, which is locked behind claw shots, as you can't actually get into Zelda's room with anything else. And the one that's in the sparring hall, which is locked behind just beetle. So, and we have all those items, so we're fine. Right. Bling. Right. Then one in Zelda's room. Then one here. Then potted plants. Yep, no, can't be plant. And then we'll get the one in 1, 2, yeah. Then we'll get the one in Sparring Call, and then on top of the waterfall. And then we'll go to Betrow and do 40. Up to 40 crystals. Okay, so the one at the one at the top of the waterfall, which does require claw shots. Just get it normally. So that should be all 5. I'll just check some more entirely. Yeah. And again, you don't have to enter Patrol at night, you just have to do it the first time to open the shed, but all the other times you can enter it whatever time is more convenient. Just now it's more convenient to do it at night, as I don't need to swap it today. Okay. So, we'll get Patrol 30, Patrol 40, and the Patrol 30 chest. Right, what is this? Scale, okay. So, we are in go mode, he says. And it looks like we will be skipping Gusbo's requirement. We might not, if it's like in Ancient System or whatever. Or in this. Actually, should I get this chest? Yeah, nope. I will get 5 though, which is annoying. Okay, I'm going to say that we are in go mode now. Even though we will need Gusbo's for Skykeep, although I will skip that with a back in time. Which I may or may not know how to do. I mean, I should know how to do it. Surely. I'll probably do Ancient System then Skykeep, because there's also the possibility of there's the possibility of Gust Brothers being an Ancient System, and also I just like to do Skykeep like last, just personally. But that's just me. Yeah, no, we are going straight to Ancient System. Yeah, and one of the good things about going out of logic earlier was that we could literally have just we can now just literally just like fly to the entrance of Ancient System. We don't have to worry about anything else, which is nice. And yeah. So now we use the scale to enter Ancient System, and now we're just looking for the boss key. Once you have the boss key, I'm pretty sure I'd just enter straight away. And also just a reminder, we also did need the whip to beat, well, we still need the whip to beat this dungeon. But yeah, again, just looking for the boss key at this point. Oh my god, come on. Yeah, that will be, that code will be the same each time, so it's up, down, left, right. And also me feeling it wasn't the motion controls, that was just me being really bad. So so this first one is the small key chest. Right, has red rupee. Yeah, he can get annoying. I don't know why he does that. I think it's something to do with your movement, but I honestly have no idea. Right, so there's like 2 more checks in the main room, I believe. There's the map chest and the vines chest. The map chest is locked behind the whip. And I think so is the vines chest, although I think if you have core shots, you can just go to the vines chests immediately, I believe. As I'll probably demonstrate as I have core shots. Like, key, that's one of them. And as I have core shots, just go boom. This is the vines chest. And it has the dungeon map. Very fucking useful. Right. I don't know if it's faster to do system clip for the whip, or is it faster to just do it normally? I'm gonna do system clip just to show it off, but you can get this still normally. Okay, so system clip, this is a glitch in system where basically if you run across this seam at a very somewhat specific point, as I'm trying to do now, come on, this is not too hard. There we go. You will drop down to here. And if you make your way around it, not like that. If you make your way around, you can actually get both the boss key and the whip out of logic. And yeah, and because I have the key, I don't know if getting the whip would have been an idea, but maybe. Okay, so. No, don't want to do that. Okay, good, okay. That's the way. I should have really saved just in case I get soft locked, which is a really easy thing to do. That's the boss key. Okay, we don't give a shit about Gus Brothers. We're just going straight to the thing. Okay. So here's Ganon. We are going to skip Ganon. Intentionally skip Ganon. We might accidentally activate the fight at some point. Oh yeah, we're just gonna make our way straight to the end. Yeah, no Ganon. Feels bad, man. Yeah. This is dumb. Right. No emote either? Yeah, it's, yeah. That's a crime, sadly. Right. So now, as we have the whip and we have the everything, pretty much, we can just go ahead and raise the statue. Even though the statue is basically already kind of fucking raised, but who cares? Please add, okay, I'll add that soon, TM. Okay, so now we get to fight Galactos. This should be a fairly quick fight because we have bow and we have like really good swords, so yeah. I don't entirely know bow strats because I don't run like ILs and stuff, or like unrestricted ILs, so I don't know. I don't really run ILs ever. Maybe, oh, I'm planning on doing like the Demise one maybe, but other than that, no. And I guess I did boss rush once if you count that as an IL, but yeah. How many bombs do we have? Okay, I'll do the bomb strike because that's the one I'm more familiar with. I know it's not optimal, don't shoot me. Bruh. Come on. There we go. So whip his chest for RNG manipulation, and remove these, get 2 bombs from side by side, and then spin attack. And then that's the first phase, which is pretty neat. I believe second phase you can just use the bow, correct me on that, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can just scout, like, just fully charged bow, I'm pretty sure can rip through Galactos pretty easily, I think. Either that or I'm just using the regular Master Sword. Oh, there. Whip his arms right there. And coming down, and I'm going to try the bow strat. I've never actually done the bow strat, so I don't know if it works or not. I mean, we'll see. Open it up, and then you have the bow, at least what I'm doing. And he's dead, I think. Yeah, this is him dead, yeah. And, yeah, that's like... If you don't have the bow, and you just have a goddess sword or higher, then... you can just Skyward strike, I think. I mean, I think you can only really... I mean, I think if you... I mean, last time I did swordless, I entered this fight with a practice sword, and it soft blocks. Although, I don't know. Yeah, we're not going to get the Sakute now, because it's not on purpose, I think, anyway. I know, I could be skipping right over the Gus Bellows and, like, not have to do the RBM, but whatever. And that is Ancient System. Now we still need to do Skykeep. Mogmoment's nice. We could have done everything in Elden. Nice. But yeah. Also cutscene, because why not? Da. There. Okay. Come on. Come on. What? Why aren't you doing the thing that you meant to do? Okay, whatever. Just actually do the slow way, but whatever. Sure. Okay. Okay, so now in order for this RBM to work, I'm gonna have to use certain specific files. I'm gonna have to like do some setup on different files. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so before I enter before I enter Skykeep, I'm gonna do I'm gonna save and quit. I'm gonna copy file 2 to file 3. I don't know if that's necessary, but I'll do it anyway. Why am I over here? Probably just stopped too late. Yeah. We have the scale, so we can just go yeet. Yeah. So save and quit. Then copy file 2 to file 3, because file 2 is our early game file, so, and I just want to keep my early game file just because why not, might be useful, but I do want to, I'm going to do some gameplay on my third file, because I need 5 graduate crystals from that file. I don't think it already has 5 graduate crystals. I will check though, just in case. Yeah, so I'll need to collect 5 of the lone graduate crystals here. And I'll do like the most, like the optimal 5, so. Yeah, setting up for back in time, hooray. I think this is the only, I think this and another back in time are the only iterations of back in time that require a setup file that isn't just a CRUD file. Okay, so 1. If you're wondering why we need 5 crystals, that will become apparent when we do the trial, or not the trial, the RBM. The iteration of reverse bit magic. So that's 1. Second one's down here. A nice sailcloth, or lack thereof. Third one here. Fourth one is the light tower, and then fifth is going to be pumpkin patch. And that's all we need from this file. We just need 5 crystals. I'm pretty sure I can still save at night. So that's 5. So I'll go back to the Bazaar statue and save and quit. And then basically redo, like just like kind of replay on file 1. And then once we enter Skykeep, we'll do all the back in time stuff, pretty much. Which is going to be pretty fucking cool. Okay, so activating Skykeep, it just requires certain trials, or at least the act of activating it anyway. Should I get arrows? I don't think I'll need. I'm pretty sure there are arrows in the dungeon itself, so it'll be fine. So yeah, if you have the certain trials, you walk up to this, and then this happens. and then you just core shot your way to the Sky Keep. I haven't done Skykeep in a while because it's not in standard race settings, but I'm doing it here for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to save here, and I'm actually going to leave Skykeep because you can't actually do back in time in Skykeep as far as I'm concerned. I might be wrong with that, but I don't think you can from what I remember. We can just we can't just die here. We do even though we have bombs, we don't have enough health to die with bombs. So we need to kill ourselves in other methods. And because we have scale, we can just use that. So basically drown ourselves. And then back in time. Yay. This is the second iteration of back in time we're doing, by the way, so that's pretty cool. So continue and reset. I'm using the reset button on the console, by the way. You can just use the home menu, and that's like your only option if you're on emulator. Okay. So, good old reverse bit magic. This might be confusing. Apologize if it is. This is like Skyward sort of. So yeah. So select file 1, and then I'm going to basically bonk into this tree over here, which should open the gate, the shed, I think. I have no idea if that worked. Actually, that won't. I'm dumb. That wouldn't open this. Actually, I've done this wrong. Okay. Right, copy file 3 to file 2. Okay, I'm reading it right because none of the. Okay, now make this a crop file. I'm just going to explain what I'm doing here. So crop file. I'll just explain. Delete, you save a statue, and then it makes it cropped. I'm doing that so I can activate the back in time Skyloft at night because none of my files have the scene flag for the Betro. There. What was it? Yeah, it doesn't have the scene flag for the Betro shed to be open. So so enter this house. Yeah. Then select night. If you did have a file that had that was saved on Skyloft and Betro's shed was on, you can just bonk into a tree with that, which is what I was trying to do initially. But then I forgot that file 1 technically is not saved on Skyloft; it's saved in Skykeep. So yeah, please don't crash. There we go. Okay. So yeah, but if you don't have a file like I do, I can just do this normally and push it, and so voila. Okay. I did copy file 3 to file 2, so we didn't lose our file that had 5 cryo crystals on it, and we want to enter with that file because that file doesn't have hasn't got those rewards either. So okay, this is dumb. So we should just be able to open it now. Excuse me, game. I am very confused. This is not okay. The what? Okay. This should be unlocked, right? I'm not done. This is... Actually, give me a sec. I haven't done this RBM in a while, so I'm a bit rusty. Okay. Also, this cutscene's annoying, but who cares? Do I have to bonk into tree the file 2? Because that might be the case. Or I'll try it, and then if that doesn't work, then panic. But we'll see. Right, maybe lag. Okay. That was the wrong side of the tree, I think. The who? Okay, I'll just try this IBM again, it's fine. Fucking hell. Okay, well then. Actually, to make our lives easier, I'm going to open the shed here. Okay. Now we don't have to worry about that. I don't know why that door wasn't opening. That was so weird. It should open, right? My best suspicion is that I didn't bonk a file that had the flag with being open, although I'm pretty sure I did. No, I could just, I'll just use the crud file flag. Yeah. If you ever find stuff at the menu and you want to die, just pick the crud file, because everything's set to 0, which means you die. Like that. Technical difficulties, guys, I'm not great at the game, apparently. Okay. Actually, fuck. Okay, so select file 2, because this should have the scene flag, because I've opened it on Skyloft, and it's saved on Skyloft. So, we should be able to just bonk into this tree, and it should be good. Yes, okay, so we don't have to worry about closing it, that's good. Just in case I'll get the rupee as well. Then we'll see if the thing's not open for some reason, which is really weird. Like, surely it should be open right now. Surely, right? Yes, okay. Fucking hell. I think that's because I bonked into the tree and, like, clicked the rupee and stuff. Okay, so, this is... Now we do the actual back of time stuff. So, we get the reward, which is a piece of heart. So, on the second text box here, you start the file. And then you do a scene flag change. Yeah, you do, like, a scene flag change in... Or you commit the flag with a change thing here. Yeah, with a scene flag or temporary flag change. In this case, I just opened that, and so now we should have skipped the whips requirement. Actually, that was bad. And I'll be doing Sky. Yeah, I'll be doing Sky. Yeah, I can't fucking speak. I'll be doing Sky Keep optimally. You notice I got the key from the map chest, which means we won't have to make a detour to get the key. So this is like fast Skykeep, which is good. And if the RBM works, this should be open. Yes, it is. Good. Because I'd look really dumb if it wasn't. And because that skips everything in this room, that also skips the Gusmo's requirements, as the Gusmo is only required in this room. Now I get to the linear mine facility room. And yeah, the Skykeeper is made up of a bunch of dungeons that we didn't do, which is pretty cool. And so again, this is all just like stuff that you do. So this is none of this is particularly interesting gameplay. It's stuff. Oh god. Oh, okay, that's fine. I haven't done Skykeep in a while because I haven't done like a speedrun that does it in a while, but yeah. Yeah, it should be sub 3 with Skyview, yeah. Or Skykeep. I keep calling it Skyview, fuck. Because I'm not used to saying Skykeep, because like you never like get this like Skykeep in randos anymore. So we won't be needing that because we can just do some nice kind of what it's called, like manipulation of the hitboxes, I guess. But yeah, there should be sub 3 Skykeep. I have done that before, back when like Skykeep was a thing that people did more commonly. But yeah, assuming everything goes swimmingly, this should be the second time that I get sub 3. Okay, also I'm going to stand in very specific positions so that these can be hit without the time shift stone. It's not too precise, but just a little bit. Also, the map is kind of glitched, because at this point the game would expect you to have the map, because the map chest should contain the map. But it didn't, so it kind of just looks quite funky. Yeah. So whilst we just run around, I'll explain what that RBM was. We needed 5 crystals, because the basically the scene flag for the 5 crystals reward corresponded in Skykeep to these bars being open, thus skipping the entire room. And by starting the file at a very specific point, we copy that scene flag onto file 1, which is saved in Skykeep. Okay, so this is an interesting room, right? And we skip the entire room. That is literally it. It's the close shot vine clipping. It's useless everywhere except Skykeep. And it's not too hard. Yes, do the thing, please, thank you. And also, Skykeep works a little bit differently. You basically have to get 3 pieces of the Triforce. That's pretty cool. Also, more arrows here, which is very convenient. This will put you up to full, up to 20 at least. Yeah, because like most bosses work, you just get the boss key, beat the boss. But here you have to get the 3 keys, or three Triforce pieces, and then you basically then you fight like the kind of ending gauntlet. At least in terms of vanilla. Like if you do this super early in the game, you still have to do a bunch of other shit. But yeah. So that was the Fire Sanctuary room. Again, you skip the entire thing with Core Shot Fine Clipping. Now this is the Sandship room. That was bad. Yeah, and these rooms are primarily named by what the music is. I think. So I'm pretty sure this is Sandship music. It's pretty somewhat precise shot there, but it's like if you just see it, it skips you having to go all the way at the top, which only saves like 3 seconds, but it's still a pretty cool shot anyway. Yeah, but it's named by its music. The name isn't by their music because, for example, the Skyview room is based off of the Ancient System overworld, or like the overground section, and because we already have an Ancient System area, then yeah. We just like name it Skyview. It's like much more convenient. Skykeep skip gang. Yeah. In races you will skip Skykeep. I'm just doing it here for demonstration purposes. And that is especially evidenced by the fact that the RBM was shit because I haven't done it in a while. I did get it though, so I skipped the Gust Bellows requirement, which is nice. That's kind of a good thing about Back in Time in this game, is that it's because it's allowed and like it's like good, like it's a good way of testing like gambling and stuff, and because like doing Back in Times, because it's out of logic, it's like always, and because themselves are hard to do, it's like always a good test, I think. Okay, so that's the second Triforce piece. We just need 1 more. And normally if the map chest was the map, we'd have to get like a small key in the process, but we don't have to do that, so yay. Also just break sliding just because it's more convenient, and there's also more arrows here. So, conveniency. What we're doing. There we go. Yeah. If you didn't have the small key at this point, you would obviously route this much differently. Or like do that last puzzle much differently, so you'd also get the small key. But we can just go ahead and go straight to Farrell's, like the Farrell's Courage kind of trial area, aka the Ancient Cistern room, which is based off the Ancient Cistern basement. Ah, that's the wrong way. Nice. I'm so used to coming through from the other direction, as that's what you would do if you didn't have the small key, aside from like vanilla speedruns and stuff. Okay, so this is not too difficult. This next part, just well, it's kind of hard. It's a good test of like just general skill, and that's dumb. That wasn't based on my skill. That was just the moblin being dumb, guys. Trust me. Yeah, running at these shields can be a bit finicky, but not too bad. So I'll remove the shield and I'll equip the bow for this next area, removing the shield because there's a lot of fire arrows, and again, don't want the shield to get burnt. Come on, okay. Oh, miss, fuck. Equip shield, even though this fight doesn't actually make a difference with or without the shield, because it's just optimally fucking good like that. Equip bombs for the next one, because this next area will include bombs. Not required for bombs, but it'll definitely help if you have them. Okay. Looks like there's a bomb there, just so all these guys die, and it's much more convenient. No bit runner be like, yeah. Oh, sorry, my heart. Ah, come on. Okay, well, that was nice. There we go. Also, there's some fairies in this room if you need them. Because the end game can be quite unforgiving, I mean. So that's going to be it for Skykeep, basically. Okay. I don't think I can mark off Skykeep on this tracker, so that is sad. Ooh, it's fine. Based on the Triforce, it's pretty evident that I've done it. So now we just need to fight the final, the final 3 bosses, and then we're done. What's respawn up here just in case if like just so that like sealed ground is in the right layer for doing everything else. Yeah, so actually no, we're doing the final 4 bosses because the imprisoned is still a thing. Neat. Right, so behind the temple, as I believe that's the most convenient place to go. Cool. And because we have Master Sword, we can just hold sword to the sky, and then, yeah. We are now in the Imprisoned 2 fight, which can either take 5 seconds or 5 years, depending on how good you are at the Imprisoned 2 fight, and it's a pretty hard fight. I personally like its inclusion in like randomizer race settings because it's a good test of skill at the end of something which is normally like fairly decision based or like routing based. Also because unpopular opinion, I actually liked the Imprisoned fight. Not like I like the Imprisoned as a fight. I'm not a big fan of the fact you have to fight him like 3 times, but I think the concept was pretty cool. But again, everyone can agree that the fact you have to fight it like him 3 times ain't great. But again, I like the Imprisoned fight. Singular. Okay. So first strat is you cut these guys' hands, which is fairly precise, but it's not too bad if you know what you're doing. Then circle right up here. Then waste a little bit. I think about 2 steps. I think, or like 3 actually. 1, 2, 3, and then do a precise jump smash to stay on his head, and you have to do that another time just from an awkward, just from a more awkward position. Yeah, great. Good. And now, in theory, I should just be able to do this normally, and then, well, I should stay on his head, then be able to strike it normally, and then Imprisoned fight should be over. Yeah. So that is the most optimal way of doing the Imprisoned fight. And again, it can either take as long as that, or it can take about 1,000,000 times longer if you are bad at it. Also, long cutscene. Reset the Imprisoned, and now we get onto the Horde fight. Or kind of like the final gauntlet of the game, pretty much. So yeah, the seed was pretty good, I think. It was fairly linear. But yeah, I made all the right choices, and we basically skipped an entire region, which has never happened before. Like, of course we got the tablet, but we skipped the entirety of Elden. Like, it's very rare to see one entire region not being used. Because usually we have to like use all of them. Yeah, this is like a fast seed actually. Like, really fast. Yeah, there we go. And because I don't have TMS, just for like the memes, I'm gonna see what TMS check is, right? Because there's a chance that it might be a true Master Sword. Don't know why it's out of logic, but apparently it is. Okay, it's God Ruby. If that's a sword upgrade, that's like really funny, but yeah. Okay, it's out of logic because I can't mark Skykeep as done, which is sad, but okay. So now we get onto the Horde fight. Horde fight's fairly a good test of skill. And if you have the Master Sword, it's much harder, so yeah. So first barrier here, these guys. Oh, this is bad, okay. Conveniently, you get quite a lot of health in Rando relative to, say, something like any percent. And also, there's a possibility of hearts showing up, which is good. Ah, this is not good. Okay. So the next barrier, I'll be attempting a horde skip. It's fairly difficult. You have to run up this guy's shield at a very precise angle, and then you're good. Yeah, so positioning, origin positioning is somewhat meh. We'll see. Ooh, nice. Okay. It's really easy to run around that guy's shield, which is almost what I did, I think, but I'm good. Yeah, that skips like the barrier with the blue goblin, which is quite valuable considering that he's kind of an annoyance to deal with. Okay, so now there's these Stelphos. Ultimately, they'd have their source point in good directions, not that. Oh, come on. Okay, come on. There we go. Also get wrecked, like everyone there. Okay. So this is going to be the most optimal way through the so this is going to be the most optimal way through the archers. I was about to say you are guaranteed to take a hit of damage, but sometimes you aren't if your positioning and timing is really lucky. So this like final part, you just do Skyward strikes, spin attacks. Right. Cool. Right, so now we get to gear him a 3. So the first phase is pretty much the same as always. This is one of the reasons why I recommend getting a shield, because this fight is like this first phase is so much better with a shield. Yeah. That was bad. I don't know why I missed, but cool. Alright, so that's the first phase. Sometimes I can go really bad if like the motion controls goes out of whack, but again, it's like all kind of learning how to manage motion controls. Because normally, because sometimes there are rare occasions where it goes bad and it's not your fault, but in most cases, if motion controls are bad, then it's normally your fault because you've been like swinging the remote around too much. Okay, so second phase is just this. If you had True Master Sword, you'd be able to do some Skyward strikes here, but we don't, so we just have to do it normally. And like that. Also, you wretched brat. Okay, so yeah. Third phase again is probably pretty, like, really good for shield. Like that. Like, nice. Okay, well, ignore that last part because that's just me being bad. There we go. Okay, so I might actually sub 230 this actually, which would be really fast time considering Skykeep was part of this. It's surprisingly really good actually. Okay. So Demise is probably like in my opinion the best fight of the game. He's hit based, so it doesn't matter. I mean, TMS does the exact same amount of damage as what's it called? Yeah, TMS and MS do the same amount of damage. Yeah, agreed. I did shield strats with the first phase. Second phase, I'll do shield all the strats because this is faster, and it's like not that much harder. And time. Neat. $2:26.36. That's a really good time for Skykeep Seed. So GG, nice. Blah. Okay, I'm very curious. Where was Gus Bellows? Yeah, I'm like really intrigued to where that was. The seed was okay. Yeah, the seed was 620066. If anyone's interested. Okay, so. Here we go. Okay. Oh, why is that weird? Okay, whatever. That's the game. Yeah, this should be fine. Alright. So that should be the yeah, that's the spoiler log. Yeah, where was Gus Bellows? Oh, Gus Bellows was the Elden trial. Okay, so Elden logically was still required, even though we did skip it. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay. Also, the one sword I missed was the baby's rattle sword. Yeah, I just didn't get that. I think I got every other sword, so yeah. Elden trial, yeah. It was the fledge item we got, and it literally said, so yeah. But I only did one trial this entire season, so. In the fourth video where I do explain all the checks, I will actually do all the trials. Except Skyloft, because that one we did. Also, wait, where does it say Stone Trials? I'm probably just blind and I can't see it. Yeah, it's just Stone Trials, vanilla. Okay, so yeah, this was a really quick seed actually. For it being Skykeep on. I'm also interested to like see what was in Skyview, because I know there was at least something in Skyview, which is probably sorry, 3-eye chests. Oh, just gravity crystals. Okay. Well, that was fun. Let's raid. I don't know if we can raid anyone. Don't if anyone decent is live. I probably won't raid anyone. Okay, so that was that. So in terms of these videos, I'll do a fourth one where I go through all the checks that I missed, and a fifth one which will go over all the useful iterations of Back in Time. Yeah.